Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In previous video, I told you about Python variables and Python indentations. So today's topic is Python data types. So data types are categorization of knowledge items. It represents the type useful that tells what operation are often performed on a specific data. Okay, so everything is an object in a Python. So these are the built-in data types of Python: numeric, sequence type, boolean, set, dictionary. Okay, so let's see. This is the types. These are the types: numeric, dictionary, boolean, set, and sequence type. Numeric has three values: integer, complex number, and float. Okay, and sequence type, which has string, tuple, and list. Okay, so note it down. These are the built-in data types of Python. So let's see what is numeric value. So it has numeric value in it. So these are the types: integer, float, and complex. So integer, it contains positive or negative values. Float, it contains decimal values, and complex, which has real part and imaginary part. Okay, so I already told you in the previous video what type function is and how we can use it. Okay, so let's see what's our next topic: sequence type. So it allows multiple values in an organized way. So these are the types of sequence type: string, list, and tuple. So here string in Python are arrays of byte representing Unicode characters. Okay, so like this is the string value. String is equal to, hey, my name is Talat. This is in text form. Okay, so this is called string. It represented by str class. Okay, so let's check it in the editor. I'm using here Visual Studio Code. Okay, so just enter string is equal to, in double quotes, enter your text whatever you want. So I am writing it here. Let's suppose this is Python program. Okay, so this is Python program in double quotes, and just print this string value. So print statement and enter your string here. So print in brackets, enter your string. Okay, so let's see here, this is the string value and we are printing it. Okay, with the print statement. So let's see, let's run it. So it's showing here, this is Python program. Okay, so this is the string value. So let's talk about list. So lists are used to store multiple items in a single variable. Okay, so data should be inside the square brackets. So like this list, which has numeric value and a string value. Okay, so let's check it in the Visual Studio Code how we can run it. Okay, so just enter your list name here. I'm writing it here, list. Okay, so list is equal to, in square brackets, enter your variable, enter your data types or data items. Okay, so I'm writing it here is string values and numeric values. Okay, so let's suppose numeric 8, and let's suppose the string value, I am Talat. Okay, so this is string and numeric value. So let's print this list. Okay, so with the print statement, enter your list name here. So print in brackets, enter list. Okay, so just separate it with asterisk. Okay, so let's run it. Let's see what will be the output of this list. Okay, so here is showing all the data of list items 1, I, 3. Okay, so let's talk about tuple. So tuple is an ordered collection of Python objects. Tuple cannot be modified after it is created. Okay, so this is the example. So let's suppose enter your tuple name here. I am writing only tuple. So tuple is equal to, let's suppose in normal bracket, string value. Okay, and numeric value. In this tuple also you can enter your data, different type of data types here. Okay, so just print this tuple value, print tuple. Okay, so it will print all the tuple values. Okay, so let's see what will be the output. So it's showing here all the data of tuple. Okay, so this is tuple. So let's talk about Python numbers. Numbers object are created when you assign a value to them. Okay, so these are the numbers, Python numbers. X is equal to 4, which is integer value. Y is equal to 7.2, which is float value. Okay, so let's talk about integers. So integer is a whole number that has positive or negative value. Okay, so this is example: a is equal to 2, which is integer value, and b is equal to 6565. Okay, these are the numeric values. So let's check it in the Visual Studio Code. So a is equal to 66. Okay, in any length we can enter unlimited length. Okay, so let's write negative value and print this both values. So just print A, which is first variable, and second print B. Okay, so let's see, it will print both the variable. So it's showing here 666 and -8, okay, which has positive and negative values. So let's check it, the data type of it. Okay, so get the data type of variable, we can use type function. Okay, so just write get the data type of variable and enter your type function here. So in print, in brackets enter type, and in brackets enter your variable name. Okay, so second I want to know also B. Okay, so get the data type of variable, we can use type function. So let's run it. So it's showing here both are integer type, okay, which has positive and negative values. So let's talk about what is float. Okay, so floating point number which has decimal value in it, so it also has positive and negative values. A is equal to 2.4, which is positive value, B is equal to -6.788, which is negative value. Okay, so for float, so let's write an variable. So R is equal to 3.7, which is positive value, and let's suppose P is equal to -9, which is negative value. Okay, 9.08. Okay, so just print this variable in print statement. So print in bracket enter R, which is variable name, second print P. Okay, so just write type function. Okay, get the data type of variable R and variable P. Okay, so let's run it. So it's showing here both are float value, 3.7 which has float value and -908 which has float value. Okay, so these for float value. So let's check it for E value. Okay, U is equal to 4, E, and let's suppose 5. Okay, so we are using here 5, so it will add 5 zeros in 4. Okay, so just print this value U and print the type function, print type of variable U. Okay, we want to know what type of variable it is. Okay, so let's run it. Let's see what will be the output. Okay, so it's showing here like this, which has 5 zeros. Okay, so E indicates power of 10, that's why it adds 5 zeros. Okay, so let's change it. Okay, so let's change it to 2. Again let's run it, let's see what will be the output. It will change to 2 zeros. Okay, 400, it will be 400. So let's run it. So it's showing 400. Okay, so here E indicates the power of 10. Okay, so next, complex number, complex value which has real part and imaginary part. Okay, so like this, x is equal to 4 plus 5j, these are the complex value. So let's check it in the editor. Let's I is equal to 3.9j. Okay, so this is complex value, and print this complex value with the print statement, print I, and let's see what are the data type of it. So print type function, print type and variable name, which is I. Okay, so let's see what will be the output. Okay, complex which has real part plus imaginary part for complex value. Okay, so let's run it. Let's see what will be the output. So here is showing 3 plus 9j, which has complex value. Okay, which is data type of complex. Okay, got it. So this is the complex value. Next, so these are the data types. Note it down: int, long, float and complex. These are the values. Note it down, this is important. Okay, next, type conversion. You can convert from one type to another with the int, float or complex methods. So these are the example: x is equal to 4, which is integer. Okay, so let's change it to another data type. So let's suppose a is equal to 6, which is integer value. Okay, so O is equal to, let's suppose we want to change in float. Okay, so B is equal to float and enter your variable name, which is a. Okay, we want to change variable a into float. Okay, so print a value and print o value because we want both values. Okay, so let's run it, and let's get the data type of it. So print type of a and print type of o. Let's see what will be the data type of it. Okay, so here a is equal to 6, o is equal to float a because we want to convert it into float value, integer value to float. That's why we are entering here float a. Okay, so convert from integer to float value. Okay, so we are printing here, and let's see what will be the output. Okay, so let's see what will be the output. So it's showing here 6.0. It converts the integer value into float value 6.0, which has float value. Okay, so just remove a values and just display the current value. Okay, so here 6.0, which is float value, and data type is float. Okay, so let's check another example. Okay, n is equal to 9.8, which is float value, and we want to convert into, let's suppose, convert from float to, let's suppose, integer. Okay, so just write here any variable. So indentation is very important. Okay, so just carefully write your code without any space. Okay, so y is equal to int, we want to change it to integer n value. Okay, and print this value. So print y, which is current variable, and print n, let's suppose, type of y. So we want to know what are the data type of y variable. Okay, so here we are converting here float value to integer value. Okay, so let's run it. Let's see what will be the output. So it's showing here 9 because it converts it to integer value, 9.8 to 9. Okay, which has integer data type. Okay, so next let's take another variable, l is equal to 9. Okay, which is integer value. Let's convert from integer value to, let's suppose, complex value. Okay, so just write convert from integer to complex. Okay, so just take an variable. So w is equal to complex, so it will convert l to complex value. Okay, so just print this variable, print, let's suppose, w, so it will print that value, and let's see what are the data type. So here 9 plus 0j, which is complex value. Okay, which has data type of complex type. Okay, so next, our next topic is Python list.